Hey everyone, this is Beth from Art by Bedell, and today I have for you a new journal. This journal is a commissioned piece. The girl had asked for muted colors and she likes galvanized. It's an antique garden journal and she likes lace. So we have one of these elements in here and let's get started. We have 3 signatures. As you can see here, there's 3 signatures in this. There are a total of 156 pages. It measures 6 inches by 9 inches, and it has a 3.5-inch spine. It's a wide journal. It fits in your hand quite nicely, actually. For the closure, I have ribbons. This is some pink gingham by May Arts, and then this is some viney ribbon from it's Amazon. It's fabric covered, hard covered book. And it has some lace sewn onto, or some lace glued onto it here. Our closure runs all the way through, so it's nice and stable. The top is created by having a panel with some German ledger paper, and that's from Louisa Heinzel. The paper collection is, oh goodness. I will have all of these written down in the information below of the video. Rather than having to point out to you everything that was made by everybody, I probably will do a little bit of that, but mostly it'll be listed below. The dried flowers are some dried flowers that I did. And then we have a little lace medallion here. We open it up. We have a milk can here. We have a library pocket with a library card in it. We have an antique garden journal panel over here that is from the paper collection. I have pictures from her own garden, and so they have room for the back for journaling on. They are journal cards. There's pages of the paper collection that are just folded in half with lines on the back for journaling, and we have crumpled down the edge of this paper to make it look pretty unique. There's the use of stickers in various places throughout. And snippets, I love to do snippets, tuck spots, and page tabs, and they're kind of my go-to thing. We have a belly band here, and then another picture from her garden with journaling room on the back for this journaling card. And then we have a page out of the book here. We have some lace and some vintage looking photos. This is coffee dyed paper here, and with the use of some of my stencils, I've got some designs on it. We have some vintage government paper here that has made a pocket. The pocket, 2 pockets actually, the pocket here and then this pocket here houses some more of my dried flowers that have been laminated. And then inside is another pocket, and on the front is a pocket that holds some coffee stained paper for journaling on, and journaling on the back of the journal card. And that fits quite nicely right inside that little pocket. We have some more of the paper pack with another snippet up here with some lace and some vellum. And this is more of the copy paper with the use of the stencil to make this pretty design. And another snippet up here. A lot of Tim Holtz flowers are in this book. We have some of my Echo Print paper here. This is when I use the boiled technique. We have another, this is a journaling card, and it has a galvanized bucket on that one. And it fits inside this little pocket here that has been torn. And then we have a page here, and inside this little belly band we have a long tag with some more Tim Holtz and some cheesecloth, and then on the back you will see some folded up coffee stained copy paper and that folds up, and then it just slides right down in the belly band. On the back side of that, we have another pocket with some lace and some vintage buttons and a couple of little tags inside that for journaling on. Have a little Inspire one, and this is a Rolodex card here. And you can journal on the back of that also. The gold foil, or the silver foil here, is to remind you, to bring to mind to you, galvanized. I realize it's quite bright rather than old and vintage and rusty looking like galvanized is, but it's just to bring to mind. Okay, and then we have an envelope fold out here, and we have, this is actually a picture out of my garden, and then we have a pocket, a side pocket that has some paper in it for writing on. And then the envelope opens up on the side, and inside we have some book paper with flowers on it. I believe they're all wildflowers. And then inside this pocket, I'll get that back in later. Inside this pocket, bottom pocket here, we have another flower out of a book with some lace, and we have an index card that has been coffee stained that you can journal on, and then another piece of paper out of the paper line, and that goes in the back pocket. And then in the front pocket we have some little tags here. These are mostly Tim Holtz. I'm not sure where I got the Flower Fairy, but they go in there. And then on the other side we have the same thing. We have some index card paper here, piece of the paper pack, and some little tags. So there's two pockets there, and another flower out of a flower book. And inside we have some more of the wildflower papers. And then on the back side we have another photo from her garden and another paper for writing on that is coffee stained copy paper. Okay, and here we have another pocket with the buttons and the lace and the Rolodex file and a little card. The back side we have another one of the tall tags in a belly band with a shorter piece of paper that you can journal on. Lots and lots and lots of journaling room. Which, if you're not familiar with my journals, you find that's what I have, is there journals to be made for journaling. And then we have another pocket with a tear, and down in it is another tag, a journaling card. The back side of the Echo print paper here. Piece of the paper pack with another snippet on top with a page tab. Same here. And some more writing space, lots and lots of writing space. On the back side of this piece of ledger paper, it is not vintage, it's just some ledger paper. We have some of the ephemera that came with the paper pack that I made into pockets, and then I made a couple tags to go with it that you can use for journaling on. One in this pocket and one up here in this pocket. Some more of the stencil printed coffee stained copy paper here. Page out of a flower book. We have a nice upper tuck spot here with the lace, and another photo that looks like it's vintage, although it's not. And some more flowers on the back of here, another cluster up here. And then here we have a piece of copy paper that has a pocket on it with a garden photo and some room on the back of that journal card to journal, and another piece of paper out of the paper line for journaling on. Our second signature has a galvanized pouring pitcher maybe, and inside it we have a couple of the tags from the paper line that you can use for journaling on. We have a Tim Holtz clip up here at the top that holds on a postcard. And then on this page we have a little snippet down here in the right hand corner. On the inside we have a piece of the paper from the paper line for journaling on. Okay, so this paper line is called Vintage Gardening. I really liked it and I thought it would fit quite well, but she wanted her colors to be muted. So I have an inkjet printer, and you know when you spray them with water, it bleeds. I did this intentionally because I wanted my colors to be muted and I wanted them to appear on the other side. And these will bleed out. They look more like watercolor. I just really like that look, and I hope that she does too. But they are more muted because of doing it that way. So that was intentional. We have a stack of galvanized buckets here in this photo of somebody's garden. And then we have a tag on the back with this little lace medallion here. Or excuse me. It is a pocket on the back with a lace medallion with some tags inside. This one is out of my garden, and then this is just a little piece of paper that she can journal on. Put those back inside there. And on this page, we have a business envelope that has the window in it. And I have added some lace around the outside and collaged a little on it and covered it with different paper. And then inside we have one of my stenciled flowers out of my stencil flower collection. You can find these on Etsy and my webpage. And I put that onto this page for some journaling. And this is another paper that has been coffee stained with flowers from my garden. Okay. And that just slips right inside there. On the back side, we have a fold out. So this piece of paper folds out, and we have journaling room here. And then inside, we have this pocket, and there are 2 journal cards here for journaling on. And I believe this is a photo out of her garden, and an antique wooden button down here. More writing space, another page out of a book, garden page with roses. This one has a tuck spot here with a picture of her garden, and another piece of paper out of the paper line. And another piece of my echo printing paper, another one of my flowers from my stencil collection, and some more of the ephemera from the paper collection. This has a piece of paper in it for journaling on. We have a piece of vellum with a random picture of galvanized buckets down here. And then over here, paper from the paper collection and a picture of her garden. And then a nice cluster here. Inside on this second signature on the middle fold out, we have some ephemera pockets that were in the paper collection and some lace here. And then we have a picture out of her garden here. We have another piece of index paper, index card for journaling on, and then just a random bucket here. And these are journal cards for writing on. And then another piece of lace here, of old lace, with just a random piece of ephemera you can journal on the back. This can be a tuck spot. You can add something more if you desire. Another snippet down here on this vellum, cluster down here on this vellum, and here. Some more stickers up here. We have, it's a book paper that holds 4 pockets actually. In the first pocket, we have one of these doctor's envelopes. There's nothing in it. She can put something in there if she desires. And then we have three tags that you can journal on. And let's see, there's that one, and this one, and this one. Another piece of echo print paper. Some more lace, tuck spot with some paper from the paper collection. And this is on a piece of book paper, old book paper. Here we have a paper pad that's used as a cluster. You can see the cluster here, but it kind of fools you and opens up, and it's a paper pad with another little side page tab here. On the back side is another cluster. This is a piece of ledger paper that has a page tab here. It has a mini little bag here, and I put in it some of the Tim Holtz flowers. Fold that over, and you have another Tim Holtz flower, and inside this pocket we have an antique wheelbarrow journaling card for journaling on. A butterfly stencil to add to our copy paper. on this belly, 3/4 belly band, I call them, because they don't really go all the way across the page. Inside it, we have a little paper pad. I think next to clusters, little paper pads are one of my favorite things to do. I have many favorite things to do, to make. This has a piece of lace over some of that German ledger paper with another Tim Holtz flower, and she can journal underneath on that one. Page tab up here. This little pocket has another piece of the paper from the paper line, and a page tab with a little butterfly over here. And then over here we have paper clipped onto our page because this flaps. What it is a coin envelope. Comes with a paper collection, and then you put something inside there, but it didn't stay in place by itself, so I put a paper clip on it. And then underneath is a piece of paper from the paper line that we can journal on. And this is a belly band made out of a postcard. So we'll put the flap of that coin envelope back on the page like that, and then add the paper clip to hold it in place. This is one of her photos from her garden that I printed out onto a piece of vellum. So we have a vellum flap on top of the German ledger paper, and she can journal underneath with some lace on top. Another piece of the paper line, an echo print paper, another one of the pockets from the paper line, photo of some ladies, and index card here. This comes out and then this folds open for journaling there. So it's a hidden journal spot there. Over here we have another 3/4 belly band, and inside it is another tag, and turn it over for journaling on. It has a vellum piece here with a butterfly on it. This element on top is some hot glue that I laid some foil over top of, and then the foil sticks to the glue. It makes a pretty cool little embellishment for your projects. Over here we have a glassine bag, and then inside is a tag that says enjoy the journey, and you can journal on the back. And this is on graph paper. We have a little pocket here. You can slide something in. And a corner tuck spot with a tag, a journal card to journal on, and a piece out of the paper pad. And this is some of Louisa Heinzel's garden advertisement papers. This one has a flower, a watercolor flower that are one of my watercolor flowers. And again, you can find them on my Etsy and webpage to purchase separately. And then behind it is some of the drywall tape. Makes some really cool texture. The back side is a picture out of my garden, and it's a tuck spot here. And then on the back side of this, we have a little birdie down here on a little bit of collage. We pull this out, and I believe that's from her garden. And then this flips open so that it's more hidden journaling space. This is a die cut here onto some of the drywall tape, and when you press it into it, it gets that texture. It just is real cool looking when you see it in person. Some book paper. This is a book paper pocket. You open it up and there's a tag on that. You can journal on the back of that also. Here we have an envelope that is paper clipped onto our page. This is from the paper collection. We have a paper doily here with a Tim Holtz flower and a stamp. And then open it up, and inside is a mini journal. The paper that is the cover for this mini journal is from some paper. It's my cleanup paper. I will tag the video down below so you can see how I make that. And there's some lace on there, and that just goes back inside our envelope. And the flap of the envelope goes around a piece of ledger paper, and it is held on by a paper clip. This is 2 sheets of sheet music for piano, And I have a video also that you can watch to see how I make this. So I'll link that down below. And it folds out so that you can see the music. This could be covered. It is covered right now with clear gesso, but you could cover it with white gesso or even some paper if you wanted to write on it. I kind of like watching or seeing the music there. And then it has a pocket here with a picture out of a garden. And then over here is another pocket with another galvanized bucket. And then back here on this side, we have 6 pockets, I believe. So there is a tag here. You can journal on the back. Down here is another tag, a little bitty tiny tag. Again, you can make some notes on the back of that. We have a journal card out of the collection. We have another tag here and another tag down here. Close that up. And then inside we have a manure spreader that's filled with flowers, and it's a beautiful garden edition. Big journal card with lots of room for journaling there. And we'll slide that back inside. Over on this page, we have a vintage doily that has been hand embroidered. That's really, really pretty. This is one of my pressed dried flowers I have enclosed in glossy accents. This page has a page out of the paper collection. It has a page tab and it folds out like this, and it's connected to the ledger paper, and it's a piece of copy paper, and you can fold it this way and right here too, and then it just goes back into the journal just like that. So it kind of opens kind of funky and closes kind of funky. And then we have a page out of a book. And on this belly band that is a postcard, we have another paper pad or a notepad, whatever you want to call it, with some lace. And we tuck that down inside here, and the lace prevents it from falling through. Just like that. Some more of our copy paper that's been dyed with stencils. And over here we have another one of those hidden journal spots. So we have our garden tag with journaling, and then this opens up and you can journal inside here. And the tag holds it closed. So, and then a picture out of my garden and another one of my hand sketched watercolor flowers. Some more journaling room here. On the back we have a corner tuck spot, and it folds open like this so you can journal on there. And that was the same with the other one. I forgot to open it up and show you that it opens up. With a journal card out of the collection and a piece of paper out of the paper collection. We have a snippet on the side over here, piece of paper there, another 3/4 belly band with a tag inside with a butterfly, vellum butterfly, and on the back room for journaling. Piece of paper, a bottom pocket, index card, and a vintage old lady, or vintage lady, but it's not really vintage. It's out of somebody's paper collection. Nick the Booksmith, yeah. And then some echo print paper out of the paper collection. And then on the last page, we have a fold over tag, and it has some lace on top, and you can journal on the inside of that. So it's beautiful on both sides of it. And that just folds over the top of your page, and I'm holding it in place with a Tim Holtz clip. And that completes our journal. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this journal, this flip through of this vintage garden journal book. And I will be having another journal that's in the works as we speak that will be up for sale, and it is a nature journal. It'll be taller than this one, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and you have a wonderful day. See you again now. Bye.